The Biafra Liberation Army attacks Nigerian army and police checkpoints in Imo State and Anambra State respectively. This news update describes a chaotic and violent situation in southeastern Nigeria, Imo State and Anambra State, precisely with Biafra Liberation Army and Nigerian security forces involved in clashes and unrest. During the clash, one of Nigerian security officer was killed while others fled. In the video that was circulated on social media, the Biafra Liberation Army attacked a Nigerian police officers alleged to be extorting money on the road. 2 officers were reportedly killed, with others escaping. The Biafra Liberation Army has previously issued a stern warning to the Nigerian security forces to evacuate from Biafra land, otherwise they will be met with full force. They see the Nigerian security forces present in Biafra as a threat. They warned that Biafra is an independent state and the Nigerian government has no control over it. Let me take you on a journey into a tense and chaotic situation that has recently unfolded in southeastern Nigeria. It is a story of conflict, power struggles, and the lives caught in between. This is not just a news update. It's an insight into a reality that is unfolding in Imo State and Anambra State, where the Biafra Liberation Army has taken bold and deadly actions against the Nigerian army and Nigerian police force. Imagine the early hours of a typical day. In a region already fraught with tension, the silence is suddenly broken by the sound of gunfire. The Biafra Liberation Army, an armed group advocating for the independence of Biafra, launched a surprise attack on several Nigerian army and Nigerian police checkpoints. Their target? The security forces stationed there, accused of extorting money from locals and harassing innocent citizens. Eyewitnesses recall the terrifying scenes that followed. At one of these checkpoints, located in a bustling part of Imo State, the attack was swift and brutal. One officer was killed almost instantly. The others, overwhelmed and unprepared, abandoned their posts and fled into the surrounding areas. The checkpoint, once a symbol of control and authority, was left deserted. In Anambra State, a similar story played out. Here too, the Biafra Liberation Army ambushed police officers, accusing them of exploiting the public. In this encounter, 2 officers lost their lives while others narrowly escaped. The aftermath was chilling. Videos circulating on social media showed the chaos: abandoned uniforms, vehicles riddled with bullet holes, and the eerie quiet that follows such violence. For those living in these regions, these events are more than just news. They are a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the high stakes of the ongoing conflict. The Biafra Liberation Army has been vocal about its goals. They view the presence of Nigerian security forces in what they consider Biafran territory as an occupation. According to their statements, Biafra is an independent state, and they are prepared to defend this belief with force if necessary. The group's leadership had issued warnings to the Nigerian army and Nigerian police force, urging them to withdraw from Biafra land. These warnings were clear and direct, but the recent attacks show the group's willingness to act on their threats. To understand the gravity of this situation, we need to consider the broader context. The Biafra Liberation Army is not an isolated group. It is part of a larger movement advocating for the secession of Biafra from Nigeria. This movement has deep historical roots, dating back to the Biafran War of the late 1960s. Although the war ended in 1970, the desire for independence never truly disappeared. Over the years, it has resurfaced in various forms, from political campaigns to peaceful protests, and now armed resistance. The Nigerian government, for its part, has struggled to address the underlying issues fueling this unrest. Efforts to maintain control over the region often involve deploying security forces, but this approach has its challenges. Accusations of extortion, abuse of power, and heavy-handed tactics have eroded trust between the security forces and the local population. This mistrust creates a fertile ground for groups like the Biafra Liberation Army to gain support and legitimacy. But this story isn't just about politics or armed conflict. It's about people, ordinary men and women trying to navigate their daily lives in an environment of uncertainty and fear. Imagine being a commuter on one of these roads, only to find yourself caught in the middle of an ambush. Imagine being a trader who relies on these routes to transport goods, now facing delays, losses, and the constant threat of violence. These are the human faces of this conflict, and their stories deserve to be told. One such story involves a young man who traveled from Lagos State to the southeastern region for business. His car, packed with goods for trade, became a target for unknown gunmen. The man was attacked and injured, but he survived. His story, shared widely on social media, highlights the risks faced by anyone trying to earn a living in these troubled areas. It also underscores the broader impact of the conflict on the region's economy and social fabric. As these events unfold, the role of social media cannot be ignored. Videos of the attacks, their aftermath, and the responses from various groups have gone viral, sparking debates and raising awareness. On one hand, these videos bring attention to the situation, ensuring that the world doesn't turn a blind eye. On the other hand, they also contribute to a sense of fear and instability as people see the violence up close and personal. Adding to the complexity is the internal dynamics within the pro-Biafra movement itself. Reports of infighting and disagreements among its factions have surfaced. Allegations of betrayal, accusations of profiteering, and questions about the authenticity of certain leaders have created divisions. This internal discord raises questions about the movement's direction and its ability to achieve its goals. For instance, there are concerns about the leadership structure within the Biafra Liberation Army and its affiliates. Some members accuse others of undermining the cause for personal gain. Others express frustration with what they perceive as a lack of coordination and unity. These disagreements not only weaken the movement, but also create confusion among its supporters. The question on many minds is, who truly represents the interests of Biafra? Meanwhile, the Nigerian government faces a daunting challenge. How do you address a conflict that is as much about identity and history as it is about current grievances? Deploying more troops might seem like an immediate solution, but it risks escalating the violence further. At the same time, ignoring the situation is not an option. The government's response will need to strike a delicate balance between maintaining order and addressing the legitimate concerns of the region's people. The international community also has a role to play. Organizations and governments around the world must recognize the seriousness of the situation and work towards supporting peaceful resolutions. Whether through diplomatic channels, humanitarian aid, or mediation efforts, the global response could make a significant difference. At the heart of all this is the hope for a better future. For many in the southeastern region, the dream of an independent Biafra is not just a political aspiration, it's a vision of a life free from oppression and insecurity. But achieving this dream will require more than armed resistance or political rhetoric. It will require dialogue, understanding, and a genuine commitment to addressing the root causes of the conflict. As we reflect on this story, let's not lose sight of the individuals affected by these events. The soldiers and police officers who lost their lives leave behind families and loved ones. The civilians caught in the crossfire face trauma and uncertainty, and the young man who survived the attack on his car is just one of many trying to rebuild their lives in the aftermath of violence. The road ahead is undoubtedly challenging, but amidst the chaos there is still room for hope. Hope that the voices of reason will prevail over the sounds of gunfire. Hope that the region's leaders, both within and outside the Biafra movement, will find common ground. And hope that the people of Imo State, Anambra State, and the entire southeastern region will one day live in peace and prosperity. In the end, this isn't just a story about a region in conflict. It's a story about resilience, about the human spirit's ability to endure even in the face of adversity. It's a story that reminds us of the importance of justice, fairness, and the pursuit of a better tomorrow for everyone. Let's keep this hope alive as we continue to watch and support the efforts for peace in southeastern Nigeria. To understand the gravity of the situation, we need to delve deeper into the human element. Imagine being a commuter caught in the crossfire, or a resident living in constant fear of the next attack. The emotional toll is immense. People are not just worried about their safety, they're grappling with the uncertainty of what tomorrow holds. Adding to the complexity is the internal discord among pro-Biafra groups. There are allegations of infighting, accusations of betrayal, and questions about the authenticity of some factions. The struggle for Biafra, once a unified cause, now appears fragmented. This disunity raises concerns about the movement's future and its impact on the region. In the midst of this turmoil, civilians are bearing the brunt. Stories of kidnappings, extortion, and violence abound. In one case, a man traveling from Lagos to the eastern region was attacked by unknown gunmen. His car, laden with goods for business, was looted. Thankfully, he survived, but not without injuries and a harrowing tale to tell. Lives disrupted, families shattered, and communities left to pick up the pieces. This isn't just a regional issue, it's a humanitarian crisis that demands attention. The attacks by the Biafra Liberation Army are not isolated incidents. They're part of a larger narrative of resistance, unrest, and a quest for identity.
Happening live at Nkwo-Ache, unknown gunmen versus Musa boys. This one is indeed a face-to-face battle, but as the battle lasts, one of the unknown gunmen was gunned down by Musa boys, and the other two left him there.
na nkwachi ka ọ na-ayọtụ na nkwachi ka ọ na-ayọtụ ine ha onye ha adịgo down na nkwachi ka ọ na-ayọtụ na Josina na nkwachi na ndị amị wit ndị unknown agbawo n'ofe onye unknown na nkwachi na ka ọ na-ayọtụ na nkwachi na ka ọ na-ayọtụ na nekwa ọkada onye ahụ nekwa onye nke agbaworo agbawo ebe a na
Hey, they don't know police. They call the police. It's happening in the city. Then the police answer us and all It's happening. It's happening. December 27 is happening. It's happening. On no government have killed like 5 people in Osuna. They have killed like 5 people. Look at the other one there. I can't even reach there. Look at this there. He's lying down there.
In this particular video as well is Oshina, where unknown gunmen attacked the police force that were on the road collecting money from people. They buy 2 of them while the others ran away. Guys, things are happening in this Xmas period in the eastern part of Nigeria. In Biafra land, things are happening. Real war is going on in Biafra land, guys. Real guerrilla war is going on in Biafra land.
So I'm using this opportunity to warn the criminal element that are calling our people, few of our men on ground, asking them, what do you have? How many things do you have? How many sticks you have? And wanting that individual to stop. If he doesn't stop, he will get the wrath of Biafra very, very soon. If you are working for Biafra under the leadership of His Excellency Simon M, under the leadership of the United States of Biafra, you must follow the instruction of the United States of Biafra Secretary of Defense, Solomon Nkwocha. Anything you do outside that, you are inviting the wrath of Biafra against you, and you will get it. That is a promise. If you go against the Biafra Defense Department at this point, you are doing yourself a very big danger and harm. And I wouldn't want anybody to be in harm's way. I do not want anybody to be in danger way. But we are running a government. And that government is there to protect me and you. That government is there to protect all of us. That government is there to protect Biafrans from the hand of the terrorist state of Nigeria. That government is there to protect our land, our geographical location, our land, all our geographical area of Biafra land. That is what this United States of Biafra government is for. That government is there to ensure that all our international allies recognize us, peacefully or forcefully move Nigerian terrorist state away from Biafra land. That is what this government is doing. Biafra government, Biafra defense is not after any individual. If you have been working and following our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, reach out to the Biafra Defense Secretary to continue the job you have been doing for Biafra. That is the only way that Biafrans will believe that you are working for them. Anything outside that means you are against the government of Obatobia, you are against the government of Biafra. And if you want to wage war against the United States of Biafra, I promise you, you will never succeed. You will never succeed.
Guys, as all these things are happening, the Biafran in exile are having issues within themselves. I don't know if they are fighting for position or they are fighting for money. I can't just really understand what is going on. On the side of the IPOB, the DOX, I can't even understand what is happening that side. Are they still real? Are they still working? Are they still functioning? Then coming down again to the Biafran government in exile, the one that is under Simon Ekpa. What is actually happening in that camp? Why are they fighting themselves? Why are they even fighting the men on ground? Even the COX, that is the Chief of Staff, Mrs. Ngozi Arabueze, currently is trying to mobilize or recruit more guys into Biafran Liberation Army. Why Rose, aka Igwe Butuzo, is saying that such thing can never happen? I mean, what is actually going on in this Biafra struggle of a thing? Are they still real, or is it just a online something? Because all these things we can't just understand anymore. People are being tied in Biafran land unnecessarily every day. This has to stop. Who and who is the real ones? That's just the question. In this video as well, you can see a young man that came down from Lagos down to eastern part of Nigeria for one business or the other in this Xmas period, because looking at his car, you will see a lot of goods in that car that they came down with, maybe to transact a business. Along the line, kidnappers have to buy him and kidnap his friend. Guys, this is not good at all. This is not good at all.
Where is he from? Omonachi. Cholo this motor. Onye nke no n'ihu e kidnap ya bullet. This is the bullet. How much na the motor? Onye nke akata agbagbu ya agbagbu. Ya ngwongwo ọ dị ka si far away na abata. This is the buha bugas na the motor. Now this is the load. Yeah, Baba gas in the motor. Yeah, bullet gas in the motor. A bull for your non this motor. Babu and car, Babu. This is the car. That's it. This is Nissan. Yes. And now Yobiko. I want to second of this motor. identify ya the people eburu ofu onye eburu ọ dị onye nke eburu ji crosses aga because ihe near the n'ime dị dị na dị height dị na azụ today. This is the plate number Lagos Biko, and this evening happening today on the 17th of December 2024. 17th of December 2024. Report from Iftedun Special Squad. I can Louis Strike Force to join together with AVG Special Squad Iftedun. They make our way. And our DJ. But with God, Chineke Mama, I am what in the middle. So if I want to about, I'm happy to go. I want information on no monarchy. Habulezus, 330, Ash Color, and the Highlander, Ash Color.
Please, if you are visiting my YouTube channel for the first time, subscribe with us and turn on your notification button. Here in this video as well, you can see this man that was kidnapped by Fulani herdsmen. Luckily for him, they did not buy him. They only collected the valuable items, money that he has on him, and then they left him in this pool of blood that is dropping from his head. Things are indeed happening in Biafra land. We need to step up. We need to call God's intervention, and we need to talk to our leaders to come up with a better idea, because things that is not supposed to be happening are now happening in Biafra land. But in everything, God's name will be glorified. That I know. And at the end, the true Biafrans will stand, and Biafran as a nation will come, but not in this pool of blood. Let this unnecessary killings stop. Indeed, one love, we can achieve this Biafra. Through round table discussion, through negotiation, through round table discussion, we can achieve it. Thank you, my fans. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Remember to subscribe to us. Magnetic Jigs TV, we always remain the best. One love. Bye.
Going back to Abo. So that is it.
Under light. See them. See them. When I find Christmas money, come break the door now. I sabi all of now. All of now. Sabi now. All of now. Come break the door. Unnecessary search. Oga, come break the door. See am. I dey video you. They could come out for night. I think they do you. Nonsense. Bros, now when you say as I be you, no worry. As I be you, they talk say they talk anyhow. Come break the door now. You dey find Christmas money, you no go see am. Asabi all of them wey dey there, Asabi them. Dey there. Now bad market for now today.
This is the end of our news update. Please click the icon on the top right corner of your screen to watch my next video. You will enjoy it. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.